We are back to fun and frivolity, working on the cap boards here for the main power supply. You'll see we've got the Avondale full wave bridge rectifiers mounted on top here. I've used nylon standoffs. Well, not really standoffs. What I've got is a nylon screw, a bunch of washers to add a bit more stability, nylon nut at the bottom, and a little nylon spacer in the middle. It has lots of clearance there, a little resistor in there. That's the bleed resistor, discharge resistor. It is 6,700 ohms, 1 watt. I think at most it might be dissipating 1/4 of a watt. So it's plenty big enough and has a little bit of space there around it just in case. I added the tabs down here to hook up all the grounds. Normally these cap boards, they're called HackerCap boards, and they typically used for power amplifier supply and would be sort of positive, 0, and negative. But to do that, the capacitors, I believe this pair would be swapped around, so it would go to the negative side. So it comes all up to positive in this side, all the way down to negative that side, and then the center tap of the transformer kind of goes down the center. In this case, though, we're doing the ground down the center for everything, because we're going to have positive 24 volts here, positive 24 volts here. Actually more than that, but probably 36 volts coming off the supply, but then that's regulated down as necessary along the chain. The AC from transformers comes here and here. And then, see if I can get a little closer here. Bit of a glare. There we go, that's better. AC coming in top and bottom. Plus will be to this little yellow guy. I've got to terminate it, cut it a little bit closer and have it connect onto this spade connector here. Negative, of course, comes down right to here. Same thing on the other side. The center ground, then we've got 2 more fast-on connectors here to go all the way down to the ASR module. The ASR module, of course, has 2 channels per module, so we have 2 boards for the 2 modules, and each channel has 24 volts, so we'll have the 2 grounds coming from the center point here, as well as a 3rd ground from that point to go to the actual plug for the 5-pin DIN, because each of the 2 5-pin DINs, there are 2 plugs. Each of those has 2 24-volt supplies with a shared ground. So you'll notice the capacitors here, negative in the center. Positive comes down to this entry point, and you'll notice the discharge resistor goes from that same point and jumps down to the negative on the equivalent point where you might have a 3rd capacitor here. So positive there jumps onto the positive of this capacitor, then to the choke, which is a 12 microhenry choke, and then to this positive, and then eventually to the extra fast-on connector there that will again go onto the shunt regulator. So these should work just fine and dandy. Looking forward to the next stage, which is a whole bunch more wiring. I discovered, by the way, that the fast-on connectors on the Hammond transformers are the correct width, but they're very thin, and the crimp connectors that I have are designed for this thickness of fast-on, which is a little bit thicker. So I've ordered some more of those, so while I'm waiting for those to arrive, which should be the next few days, I have lots of wiring that I can do, so I'll probably go on to wiring various bits and pieces. But there's your update for today. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Bye-bye.